Hi, good morning. Corrie here, spiritual healer. And this morning I was coming in to do the last of the zodiac messages for the month of October, and it was Leo. And I'll get to Leo in a moment, but um, in the next video, I'll get to Leo. But I have to do a full moon for the full moon in Aries that we're in at this moment. So this is actually the day after this, October the 2nd. And as I sit trying to record, I was like, why can I not record this video? Why can I not get this message to come through? What is going on? Why can I not connect to Leo? And because it's not Leo energy that was coming through first. And I sat in my office and my ears started to, on the right hand side, just start to buzz and became heavy. And it was heavy energy starting to step in. And I felt the sense of waterfalls, and I seen waterfalls, and then I seen passion and conviction and determination, and that it's going to take through the next few months to have faith in a way that um, sometimes we don't even know we even have that strength and courage in us. And so there is that. I don't know why I have such a strong presence of Leo energy, and I don't do astrology per se. I know a lot about astrology, but I'm not an astrologer. But I don't know what the next full moon is in, and I don't look too far ahead. So I don't know if that one is tied to a Leo somehow, or where this Leo energy is coming in, but I got the strength of a lion. And I don't know, Leo and lion's not the same thing, but it's like, but I have the strength of um, a lion, like a spiritual presence of a lion, but then I had a wolf, and I have this amazing, beautiful channel that channels through me. I like to call her Mary Ellen, but she is an Aboriginal. She's Beothuk or Beothuk to some, is what she resonates from, and also into the Mi'kmaq First Nations, which is my family genetic, my family ancestor line. My mom is Mi'kmaq First Nations, and as is all of her family, both mom and dad's side of the family resonate to that energy. And then I have a European tie on my mom's side as well that goes into, and I just remember being a kid and being told that my grandfather used to be a French Indian, and he was what they called a jacketar, and then they called everyone else a megama. And I know that's a very derogatory name. It's not something we're going to want to be using anymore, but that's what I used to hear. And I used to hear that over and over and over again. And he was my great grandfather. His name was Francis Perrier, but Perrier is what we called them. And he was a trapper, and he was an astounding man, but as was his wife, who walked beside him for years, and her name was Jane. And she was this amazing, beautiful healer woman who comes through me all the time, and she comes through in all of my readings, and her two beautiful braids and her beautiful long hair and her strength. And it was overshadowed by his light in a lot of ways. And I also feel the essence of a lot of the family genetic links of history, of the power of the females in the Beatak, in the Mi'kmaq, like just that overpowering, that men took that lead, men took that were given that light and shine that light. And as I sit here today in this energy, and as this message is channeling through from the deep heart of the earth, is where it's coming from. I feel as if we are here to today to come through with a message of this beautiful wolf energy, along with the my beautiful ancestors, female ancestors that are coming through, in the that women had such power, the feminine energy. And so the feminine energy, there's a lot of the feminine energy coming forth, and feminine is very strong, whether you're man, whether you're masculine or whether you're feminine, but that the feminine energy of us all, the being able, the earth, the world needs to remember that the heartbeat. A lot of the cultures had, the women did the drumming, the women took care of everything, the men would go do the hunting, they would do the hunting to provide. And we give much love and credit to the masculine as well. But right now, in this moment, it is not about that. It's about taking the feminine energy and bringing it to the light of the world, and bringing forth the power of the feminine. And I feel as if there's a shift in power that is happening, and the shift in power is going to surprise everybody. There's a big shift in power that's happening, and it is the power of a divine voice, a presence of a conviction. And as in this energy that's coming through. And I really was working through this morning of this whole who is she, this judgment of what makes her so special, or she's not the, she's not dark enough to be one of us, or she's not, that whole essence of the presence of as the essence of Corrie and who I am, and having my federal treaty rights taken away and being kept into the masculine of the family really had hit a chord in the heart. And so as this channeled through this morning, is that's nothing, that's minor stuff. It's like, God, that means nothing right now. What means something is that the earth is rumbling, the world is shaking, and the world is shaking in fear. The only way to nurture fear is to bring forth soft, kind, compassionate energy. We cannot fight what is happening within this world with more of what the world already has: more fear, more anger, more frustration, more of being offended and trying to like segregate this energy of, well, you're not, you have to be a little more of this, or you have to, you don't belong in this group, you don't belong there. We are who we are because we have moved beyond the stories of the past. And we have to be willing to step up and with loving kindness to move beyond the stories of the past and use them as tools of what we do not want to see present in our lives again. And the more that we stay in the old, and the more that we keep trying to build this little group, this little segregated group of you only certain people are allowed in here, and if you don't agree totally with me, well, you got to be gone. And that's been channeling through a lot. But this is even deeper than that little story. It is deeper on the level of our hearts are becoming hardened. We are forgetting how powerful and what kind of cursed energy that really comes out when we throw our words and thoughts of anger, of frustration, of judgment upon each other. When we think that we can sit in our house and we can feed ourselves, but we wouldn't feed our neighbor because they don't think like we do, or we'll snub them. It's like, it's so horrible. But we also have this sense right now, and I'm like, you thought you were doing good for us. And this goes all the way back to the rock, to the Newfoundland story of the Beothuk people, and the white man coming in, and the Mi'kmaq coming in. And it's that whole essence. And I know this, you'd only know this probably if you were from Canada. And it's like, but this happens everywhere in the world, and it's happening everywhere. And I have the I have black tears is what I have falling. I am having a vision of the waterfalls and black tears. At the end of the waterfall, we stand in the water and we open up to spirit again. But we're standing there because we have so many black tears that are falling from the pain that we are experiencing within the world. And we have this self-righteous belief system that, oh, I'm going to go over and do good for these people, I'm going to go help these people, I'm doing the right thing for these people. And it's such bull behind it. There's such a self-soothing. Instead of fixing yourself, you're so determined to fix somebody else, and so determined to put focus out on somebody else. And it's just this determination that to bring a call into focus is that everything that you want to bring into another country, another place, and contaminate their views, contaminate. It's like, if you see somebody that's like, you think they're living in poverty, or you want to take them from living in their current situation. Did they ask you? Did they ask for your help? Did they ask for you to come in? What if they were happy? What if they were okay with not having the world that you live in? Because look what's happening in our world. Look what's happening in this world that has been created around us. Is it so pretty just because we live in a pretty house and we drive a nice vehicle? Is it really so pretty? What else is happening? Look in your own closets, open the doors, open the windows, and do the work that needs to be done in here, because we are crying black tears in silence. We are crying black tears, and it's oozing out into the world. And we have this tremor, this like energy of the power of the women who have walked before us, that are warning us that if we continue to be violent, if we continue to be in a ravaging war against each other, we are destroying not Mother Earth, because she'll destroy us before we'll let her before she'll let herself be destroyed. We are destroying each other. And are we going to continue this? Do we have much more space left in us? Are we done crying those black tears? Those black tears were cried generations and generations before us. And now it's time for us to rise up, to turn those tears into diamonds, into sparkles, into light. Bring the light back into our eyes. Don't look at each other with pity and sadness and hate. It is time for us to look into the eyes of each other with love, with compassion, with kindness. It's time for us to beat to the heart, to again go to the heart, get into the heart centered, get out of our heads, return to love, return to something nicer, be gentler. There is so many contaminated lies and deceit and energy, and you're all in it, and you're all arguing with it, and you're all believing all this to be true. Why? Why are we allowing this control? Why are we allowing ourselves? And as I sit and look at this computer screen and this camera and this microphone, I almost become ill to the fact that the moment you look in here, you feel as if you're being spied on. You feel as if somebody's listening to every word that you may be saying in your private home. But who cares? If you have nothing left to hide, if there is no secrets to hide, if we let go of all of those shameful secrets, who cares what if anybody sees into your windows? Who cares if anybody hears your secrets? If anybody hears what's happening inside of your house? If you have nothing to hide, you will not live in shame. You will not be caught up in so much anger and hate and trying to convince somebody of who you are and what your view is. If we just show up in the world as just being these beautiful, beautiful creatures who were just doing what we need to do in life, they were more than existing. They were living in abundance, in health, in the flow, in love, in believing that there was a miracles could happen, in believing in the stars, the moon, and believing in creator and how powerful creator could be. That creator's inside of you. The world is only created by the imagination that you believe, that you bring to life. Do you build it on the past, or do you build it on the possibility of a new future? Where are you building? Where are you creating your stories and your images from? Because if it's all about making you just feel better about yourself, or it's about keeping your secrets hidden deep, you're doing it all for you. We are at a time when we have to come out of this selfish energy. Those women, these women all work together. That lone wolf had a family. That lone wolf had a pack. That wolf walked ahead just so it can be alert and aware of what was going to be ahead, so that the rest of the family could stay safe. A great leader will always lead by example. And if we are not leading by example, what are we teaching our children? We are here to work together as a tribe, as a team, to coexist. And if we're not doing that, we are failing. We have put so much focus into what we believe we are so called doing right, being on a mission to save this and save that and save this person and save that. Mother Earth never asked you. But if you just truly stop trying to be so much bigger than the God consciousness, bigger than Mother Earth, bigger than anything, if you stop letting ego lead the way and let faith, love lead the way, what a world we shall live in. But there's a rumbling. And in those waterfalls, we are cleansing. We are cleansing for you. We're cleansing that energy, waiting for all these black tears to fall so that you can see the crystal, so that you can see the light, so that you can allow your eyes to light up once again. Stop living in fear. Stop living in fear. Stop hiding our smiles, our happiness, our joy. We are going so far away from it all. Yes, we have to be cautious. Yes, we have to be aware. But what is happening? What is this all costing you? What is this hate? What is this anger? What is this judgment? What is this trying to keep everything secret? Trying to shush up somebody, afraid something else might be exposed? Why? If we have nothing to hide, we have no reason to shut people up, to keep things quiet, to close the blinds, close the windows, And remember, those locks on the doors, see how they were created to give you the illusion that it was going to keep danger out, keep people out from getting in your house. Well, right next to it is a window that can be broken. And whoever wants to get in can get in. It is with the faith that you place in that lock, or that the faith you put in humankind, that they will be kind enough not to enter into your space, into your home, that they will value your boundaries, value your space. Because the more that we are all kind and the more that we value each other and respect each other, we don't have to lock up. We don't have to shut up. We will respect each other, and we will stop being sold fear, and we will truly return to believing in faith. I wish you well, and I send you much love. And from my heart to your heart, I send out a prayer of love, healing, and from the ancestors and those who have walked before us, who have seen this all before in different ways, that there is always a light, and that you have to find that light, believe in that light, and be some of the first lights that start to light up. Namaste. Walalan. Hi. Thank you.